I'm just really happy for both of the kids because they did the things that they needed to do to get to the semifinals, and it's a dogfight in the semifinals. And we'd wrestled the Kruger kid twice this year and beaten him both times, and we knew the things that he was going to do, and we had to, Austin's a great fundamental wrestler, and that's the thing that won the match for him. And the kid works like no other in the room. I mean, he really does. I can't, and so does Nick. Nick Ross deserves all the credit in the world too. He had a really tough match.
What do you think was the difference in his match?
Well, they're different kids. They're different kids, and it's a weight higher, and I think honestly. Austin's maybe a little more polished than Nick, and he's a little rougher around the edges, but he catches a lot of kids being rough.
So moving ahead tomorrow, how does Austin bring home that title?
Well, it's going to be a rematch of last year's wrestleback round. Austin was sick and got beat in the first round, and then he turned around and wrestled this Bishop kid from Hinton, and he now gets wrestling back for the title. So he's been looking for it all year and keeping his fingers crossed that he kept doing the right things, and that's where we're at.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach, what were the emotions going into prior to the state wrestling tournament, knowing you had a couple top-ranked kids, opportunity to get you back to the finals your last season?
I think it was, it's a little bittersweet. This has been my life. And, these are just two kids out of the hundreds that we've had, and I'm not any more proud of these two kids than I am of the previous 200 or 300 kids.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. They're like my own, every single one of them. And, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten text messages in the last 2 days just saying, hey, Coach, do what you do and do this right and finish it out the way you can. And that's probably the biggest part of the emotions for me.
You're always, you're known for just being able to tell stories out of nowhere, and at the state wrestling tournament, you have the most fun with those stories. What are some stories that you've just been telling here the last couple days?
I told a lot about Keenan. Some of those I can't talk about, as you know. Some of them have been, I think every kid that's ever been here, we talked about in the last 2 days and days leading up to it, and it's just all the things that are so cool about kids getting here, and this can never be taken away from them. This is theirs forever, no matter what they do, even if they just qualify. Nobody can take that away. It's their accomplishment, and they did it on their own. That's something really cool to me.